My pick-me friend tried to steal my tattoo idea and got one exactly as I wanted it, except I lied. I was introduced to Peggy through a mutual friend. She had recently moved into a friend's neighboring apartment unit and was quickly introduced to our friend group. Almost immediately, I could tell we weren't going to get along based on some backhanded compliments that were given, but I decided that it was too quick to judge her fairly and invited her to a game night that a friend and I were hosting. Huge mistake. Game 1, sardines. During a drunken game of sardines in the dark, Peggy faked a fall and pushed my head into a shelf. How do I know she faked it? Because she literally told me in front of everyone and laughed about it, saying, "I found him first. That's why I pushed you." Game 2, King's Cup. Peggy called me out during the never have I ever portion for having gone through a divorce. Talking about it normally wouldn't have bothered me since everyone who was there already knew about it and was really supportive during that time. But it was the fact that she was trying to single me out and shame me for it. Throughout the rest of the night, this kind of behavior continued, and by the end, I was thoroughly convinced she had some sort of vendetta against me. Finding out what, or in my case, who it was, took almost no time at all. One of our friends, who we'll call Mark, was in attendance that first night. Mark is a tall, kind, funny, and generally attractive guy. Essentially, he's catnip for her type. At this time, we were pretty close friends, and Peggy did not like that. For the next 6 months, anytime he was around, I had to deal with the most ridiculous, awkward, and petty attempts of her trying to single me out or embarrass me. Now here's where the tattoo comes into play. I had been planning on getting a dragon tattoo for over a year. I am fully aware that dragons are a common and trending tattoo, but I wanted it anyway because it was special to me and my mom. I had even worked with my tattoo artist on incorporating her favorite flowers into the piece and figuring out what kind of style other details I wanted. About a month before my appointment, Peggy heard a friend and me talking about the tattoo and started asking questions. I swear I could see the moment the light bulb went off in her head because she grew the biggest shit-eating grin I have ever seen. My light bulb moment happened shortly after. When she asked where and what kind of dragon tattoo I wanted to get, I lied. I told her about how much I loved the movie Spirited Away and went on a tangent about how I grew up on that movie, how my dad showed it to me, and that it'd be cool if he, the dragon, was wrapping around my arm or something. Peggy had never seen this movie before, so I encouraged her to check it out and ended the conversation there. Now, considering she had never seen it before, I didn't think she'd actually do it, but read it. She did it. And it wasn't just a tiny cutesy little thing either. She committed to my exact description. The thing is freaking huge. When she showed it to me 2 weeks later, I was in shock, and she probably thought I was upset for taking something from me. But I went home that night and switched between feeling awful for lying to her and laughing at how utterly unbelievable she was for doing it. 2 years later, and I'm still doing that. I had confessed to a friend recently about my lie, and that's when she told me. She went to the tattoo appointment with Peggy that day, and word for word Peggy had said, "She's going to be so upset. This is like the exact tattoo she wanted." Regarding the girl who went to the appointment with Peggy, we didn't become friends until after this all happened. At the time, we were only acquaintances, and she ended up dropping her as a friend for her own personal reasons. We discovered later in our friendship our mutual distaste for Peggy, but this also wasn't the crux of our friendship.